Hey guys, you got Doc here, and today we're going to do something a little bit differently. I'm going to show you a rather large book, and the only way that I can do that is to put it right here on this bench. But I wanted to show you a little bit about the Annotated Sandman Vol IV. They did 4 volumes of the Annotated Sandman, and they were large format books that each covered roughly, I think, 18 to 25 issues of the Sandman. And the annotations and notes and appendices were all written by Leslie S. Klinger. So this is volume 4, and it's the Annotated Sandman, and this covers issues 57 through 75, which was the end of the series. So let's take a look and see exactly what this volume held. Let's pull it a little bit over here because it's just a massive book. All right, it's popping and cracking. Okay, so here you get to see somewhat. Let's see if I can bring it where you can see it a little bit better. You get to see that the pages are in black and white. They're not in color, but they're large format. And with each one of these pages, you get either just a simple Sandman 61, page 18, or you get Sandman 61, page 19, and here on the 6th panel, you see spontaneous combustion, okay? And so it says, cases of spontaneous human combustion have been reported for centuries, but no account is wholly credible. In most cases, an external heat source or flame can be blamed for the combustion. It has been a popular device in fiction, however, appearing in 3 separate works by the Russian author Nikolai Gogol and in Charles Dickens' Bleak House, to name only a couple of examples. So you get the story behind the story, but you get notes and annotations and an understanding of where Neil Gaiman's head was when he was working on this material. You come to fully understand, and in a better light, understand where the Sandman came from. And sometimes I found, at least for me, it's not necessarily the story. The story is so far out there that you sit there and say, where in the living hell did this writer come up with this tale? How did he or she come up with this? And a lot of times, and I'm not just talking about Gaiman here, but a lot of times you can see that they have taken plot threads from other books, little dangling plot threads that nobody else ever thought about. And they have taken those threads and built something with them, okay? They've taken that straw that one of the 3 pigs used, and even though the straw house was blown down, they took those pieces of straw and they threaded them into something tangible and something greater than what they were. Okay? So here's Sandman 63, page 7. And in panel 6, Odin's ravens, Hugin and Munin, are described at volume 2, 24.1.1. So now you're getting not only notes, annotations, understanding of your author, understanding of the readings that he does and where he gets his source material, but now you're going back and having to look through this book itself, and if you can't describe it in this whole section here, or if it's going to take up this whole section and take away from this gorgeous artwork, then they'll go back, the annotator will go back and make notes and say, hey, you can go back and look in volume 2, 24.1.1. Okay, so that's going to be volume 2 of the Annotated Sandman, and that will be issue 24, page 1, panel 1, if I'm correct. But the thing I love about this book, even though it's heavy and you could use it to crack somebody over the skull if they're breaking into your home, is the fact that you get so much story behind the story. Okay, here's one to come on the other side of the book, and this is issue 68, page 9, and it says panel 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss Hathaway is the spinsterish secretary of banker Milburn Drysdale on the Beverly Hillbillies. Although Miss Hathaway is quite visibly pined for by handsome Jethro Clampett on the show, or she pined for the handsome Jethro Clampett on the show, the actress who played her, Nancy Jane Culp, indicated in an interview shortly before her death in 1991 that she was a lesbian. Culp married Charles Malcolm Dacus in 1951, but the couple divorced in 1961. The openly gay actress Lily Tomlin played the role in a 1993 film based on the series. So, again, whether you care about straight, gay, lesbian, LGBTQ, whatever in between, this gives you some insight into characters that influenced these stories, for better or for worse. You can take this knowledge and say, you know what, I don't like the source material where this guy's coming up with this story. I'm not going to read this particular issue. It doesn't speak to me. And then, on the other hand, what if it said that it was talking about a poem by W.B. Yeats? Or what if it was talking about a piece of fiction by Charles Dickens? It might make you go out there and go read that. That's the fun thing about this annotated volume, is that, yes, you're reading the story, and as, what's the word that I'm trying to think of? As adults that understand intricacy, a lot of people can read between the lines when reading something like this and say, oh, hey, that looks like X. That looks like it came from that TV show. Wait a minute, that guy that just said that line, it came from Lost. I remember seeing that. Or the mannerisms of this doctor character are strikingly like House MD and Hugh Laurie. So do you see the fun part about an annotated book is that you can go down this massive rabbit hole of knowledge, and you can learn so much from these annotated volumes. And I'm not just talking about the Sandman. There's other pieces here. Let's see. And this art by Mark Empel. I am tired, my sister. I am very tired. Sometimes you see a panel that absolutely resonates with where you are at in life. It resonates how you feel at that moment. And at the end of the day, you say, I'm going to come back and read some more of this guy's books or stories because I didn't necessarily like the way that he made me feel in that moment. Happiness, sadness, tearful. But I liked how he made me feel something in that moment. So, if you haven't done so, some of these volumes are out of print. And if you don't like the Sandman, then I'm not telling you to go, literally waste your money on something that you don't enjoy. But, oh, that's a big, thick book. But in the meantime, if you want to know the story behind the story, one of the best ways to do that is to go pick up the Sandman. And again, I would recommend starting with Volume 1. But I think Volume 4 was on sale at Amazon at the time that I bought it, which was, I don't know, 2 years ago. And so I think it was on sale, or maybe I got it off of eBay. Either way, I think it was half price of what it normally is, which I want to say is $49.99. So I was able to get it for about 25 bucks. And I do eventually want to have all 4 volumes so that I can go back and when I have the time to sit down and reread through something like this. But that's the way to learn as much as you can about an author that you love, a comic book series that you love. That's where Wikipedia will get you, man. You'll have a Wikipedia rabbit hole. You'll go over there and start looking at Annotated Sandman, and you're reading about that on Wikipedia, and the next thing you know, you're learning about herbivores versus carnivores in the dinosaur world. You're learning about how Marvel Comics came to be. You're learning about Kingdom Come and how Mark Waid and Alex Ross built that story. Whoa, it's 11:30 at night. I've been reading this stuff, going down this rabbit hole for hours. And that's exactly what you're going to get with a book like The Annotated Sandman. Whether you read Volume 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're going to get that extra knowledge. You're going to get those rabbit holes to go down, where sometimes Leslie will tell you, hey, read this. And it's not another annotated volume, but it's a poem. It's a chapter of a book. It's the title of a book. There's so many different ways that it can go. So if you guys like learning, if you like bettering yourself on your favorite authors, your favorite series, your favorite TV shows, go pick up things with director's commentary. Pick up books like this that are annotated and have notes. Because sometimes even the author gets so deep into the weeds that they can't remember where they saw it. But you send it out to somebody like Leslie Klinger or someone else that does that type of annotation job, and they'll go out there and find it exactly where you found it. So anyway, guys, I have rambled on enough. I just wanted to show you this giant volume that I've had sitting for a while, and pull it off my bookshelf, and that is what is on my bookshelf and what am I reading. So thank you for joining me again. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, and we will catch you next go around.